So come cook some roast with me. Alright, so I already seasoned it, already sauteed everything down. Now I'm browning it on each side. So I'm browning it on each side. So you know you gotta pull out that pot where you've been doing some cooking at. That pan. Okay, that you've been doing some cooking in, and let it do what it do. So I use peanut oil and butter to saute this, and also all-purpose flour. Okay, so I'm gonna use beef stew. I'm gonna use this pack instead of like a gravy pack, and I may make a little gravy from scratch. I'm using kitchen bouquet. I'm using some brown flavoring sauce from Savoy, and salt and pepper. Okay, sea salt. Yeah. So give me a sec to prep this. So I added some mixed colored bell peppers just to let it saute and get the little flavor in just a little bit. I like colored bell peppers with my roux. So I'm letting it saute down a little bit. I'm also going to add a little Worcestershire sauce to the brown mix. Going to transfer it now that it's browned into this pot, because I like to use this pot for the oven. It just makes a lot of sense for me. So I'm going to put it in there with some gravy. Yeah. I'm going to add some flour here. And I like to do things my own way when I cook, you guys, but it still turn out good. And so I'm going to add a little water. Add a little water to that. And then I'm going to stir it up. Add a little more seasoning to this, and I'm going to stir it until it's down. But I don't want to stir while you guys are listening, because it's going to make a lot of noise. But I'm going to stir this until it turns into how I want it to. Now it's consistent thickness. That's what we were looking for when you're making the roux. Alright. And so I'm going to add it. And now I'm going to pour in the gravy mix, that beef stew mix that I made. That consists of the Worcestershire sauce, excuse me, the kitchen bouquet, and the brown seasoning. So now I'm entering it into the oven. I like to add mine in the oven without any foil on top or a lid on top, so it could thoroughly cook. And then I add the foil towards the end. Cooking, I like to clean my stove and make sure everything is clean, you know, when I bake. So I have mine baking. I usually like mine to bake. And as you can see, my oven is clean, because I keep it clean. So I'm going to let that bake before I put some foil on top towards the end. But I want to make sure it's thoroughly baked or cooked, per se. So I am done cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the stove almost, and then I'll be back once everything is finished. Thanks for tuning in. Also, you guys, I did also too wipe off all of my seasonings that I use, but as well I want to also use the gravy, put bay leaves inside of the gravy and let that cook and get some seasoning as well. I forgot to mention that, and it's starting to smell so good already, and it hasn't even been in there that long. So I'm gonna put the timer on, and I'm gonna do the sides that's gonna go with this. So we're probably gonna do rice with it, and maybe some corn, because it tastes good with rice. But also too, we may do like spaghetti and cheese. Some call it over the top, like baked macaroni or something like that. So we may do something like that to go with it too. So I don't know yet, but we'll see.